Most anthologies are hit and miss, mainly because it's made up of numerous filmmakers creating each of the chapters in the story, and there's not a lot of attention paid to the wraparound segments. The Mortuary Collection is something truly different, and it does the horror anthology remarkably well. Welcome back to ML Miller Frights, a part of the Kings of Horror Network. I'm ML Miller. While you might be watching this video on the Kings of Horror Network, I urge you to click over to my ML Miller Frights page and give it a like, share with your buddies across the electronic superhighway, click subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to ring that bell for notifications. Please get the word out to new folks so we can make the Kings of Horror Network, as well as ML Miller Frights, bigger and better. Be on the lookout for a new Kickstarter campaign for an anthology I participated in called Nightmare Theater. This is a collection of short horror stories made by a whole gaggle of talented souls. The project is being helmed by David Schrader and Clay Adams. I paired up with my pirouette artist extraordinaire, Carlos Granda, for a morbidly fun morality tale to filmgoers who dare break the rules of common courtesy in the wrong theater. If you're interested in fun, scary, and gory horror, please support the Nightmare Theater Kickstarter campaign. Look below for the link. The Mortuary Collection is new exclusively on Shudder. It's directed and written by Ryan Spindell. When a young wanderer named Sam, played by Caitlin Custer, applies for a job at a mortuary, her interview includes a set of stories told by a caretaker, Montgomery Dark, played by Clancy Brown. Thus begins a quadrilogy of horrors that may involve Sam herself. The Mortuary Collection is a wonderful surprise of an anthology, all written and directed by Ryan Spindell. While this looks to be his first full-length feature film, you wouldn't know it by watching the film, as he's able to create an imaginative, thrilling, and downright scary world for his characters to meet their fates in. Because every one of these stories is helmed by the same filmmaker, there's much more in an even feel to the look of these stories. And I hope this film leads to bigger and better things for the director. I'll go into a little detail about the stories, but they're best left unspoiled to be enjoyed to their fullest. What's fun about the Mortuary Collection is that Sam criticizes Montgomery's stories as they're told, and these criticisms are pretty on the money. The first film is a breezy and thematically light shorty about a woman who finds herself trapped in a bathroom at a high-class party. That's all I'll reveal, but it leads to a shock or two, but the shortened length of this one makes it easily the most forgettable of the bunch. Still, there are some great camera compositions playing with the shape of the gal's dress and the close confines of the old-style decorated bathroom. And quite a cool shock ending. The second story is much better as a frat boy meets his match when he sets his sights on a seemingly innocent young girl to conquer at his party. This one not only plays with some deeper themes involving sexual politics, but also churns out some gratuitously gross body horror that's going to make any man, and probably most women, squirm. This story has a morbidly twisted sense of humor and leaves no bodily fluid unspattered. Story 3 is a more delicate and emotional tale of a man who is forced to take care of his newlywed bride when she falls ill almost immediately after they marry. Years later, he's saddled to taking care of his wife and has grown weary of treating her on the brink of death. This is still a comedy of errors, despite the dark plot, and actor James Bachman does a great job of creating sympathy as well as pulling off a lot of the sight and sound gags this short requires. This is an unpredictable one that goes into some wonderfully wretched places. The final film incorporates Spindell's short film, The Babysitter Murders, which is where I first discovered this talented director. This story has a few powerhouse twists and turns, and really is able to amp up the tension as a babysitter, played by a much younger Caitlin Custer, makes her way through a dark house as reports on the TV say a lunatic has escaped from a nearby asylum. The short segment is full of unconventional action and suspense, and really has a kineticism that packs a punch. While I found the final moments of the Mortuary Collection a bit too long, it turned out to be one of the best horror anthologies I've seen in ages. It has even parts gross-out humor, comedic charm, and downright terrifying moments, Reminiscent of Creepshow in terms of maintaining quality and intensity all the way through, the Mortuary collection is how horror anthologies should be done. I highly recommend this grab bag of horror, where every handful is a mortifying winner. That'll be it for today. Please chime in down in the comments and let me know what you think of this video, how on the nose or mind-numbingly wrong I am, or you can counter with your own review. If you like this video, please pound that thumbs up button. Share this video with your social media addicted pals. If you're looking for written reviews, you can find them on mlmillerwrites.com. Don't forget I have 2 new horror comic book trade paperbacks you should look out for. Grave Trancers is out right now, and Pirouette, collecting never-before-published issues, will be out on November 18th in only the finest of comic book stores. And be sure to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell for alerts to be the first to see my future videos. Thank you so much for your time, and take care.
You're doomed to live the life you're meant to be, stuck inside your reality. You're doomed. Oh, you're doomed. You're doomed. God live the life that you are meant to be. Live inside that